a couple years back, there was this lady, her Twitter and her social media made it look like she was like this big cloud engineer. She does DevOps and stuff like that. What she was really doing was she was copying courses from online and documentation like from like online and you know, feeding it to her students. So people were using like their last money to pay for the stuff.
Wow. Hi, Hacker Proof family. Welcome back to another episode. I don't even know what episode we're on right now. I think it's, y'all know the episode when y'all click on this video, but it's been a great year. Like, it's been so much happening. We have so much great content coming out. We just had our big Afro Tech event of the year. If you weren't here, I'm sorry you missed out. Make sure you're there next year. No, honestly, like, we had such a great event. And in the spirits of the event, one of our guest speakers from the event is here today. The one and the only tech baddie, Technically Jay, is in the building today. And I want you to tell the people who you are, what you do, and like, I'm just excited to have you here. Like, let
Thank
the
you
people
for
know.
having me, you guys.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. So you do a lot of things. Like, you do so much. And honestly, it took me a while to even understand every single thing you do. So if someone were meeting you for the first time right now, like, how would you explain what do you do? Like all the businesses that you do, how would you explain it?
Okay, so I first start off with I'm an agency owner first.
Okay.
I own a UX design agency. I own actually 2 of them.
Oof.
But I keep them very like low profile because everything I do is like I automate and I delegate it. So I start with that, and then I like to tell people I'm also a principal UX designer as well because I'm still in like the full-time space.
Yeah.
And then I have my academy, which is Techpreneurship Academy, where I teach people how to how to teach people how to do tech contracting the right way, and I teach people how to do fractional consulting if they want to start a consulting agency as a tech professional.
Oh my God. How do you
that's
manage all this? Like, how are you balancing?
You know what's so crazy? I automate everything.
You automate everything.
Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff, like, so with the Techpreneurship Academy is only like a year and like a few months old. I hit my 2-year mark in February.
Okay.
So I'm still getting that one off the ground and trying to automate it more. But as for like my agencies, I don't have to do no labor.
Seriously.
Oh, really?
No, I just collect the checks.
Oh wow.
Y'all heard that? She just collects the checks.
I collect the check.
So we probably need a step-to-step procedure on how you do
Yes.
this.
It's in my academy.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we gotta be there.
Yeah.
You gotta bring and roll.
Because honestly, it's where I come across somebody that's like everything is automated and they just collect the checks. Like I need to know like what it is you're doing. Cameron, you're gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say like was setting that automation up, was that difficult or was that just like okay?
It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It took a few months. It still sometimes take years because stuff changed like every year to 6 months. So I would say the setup automation process is always gonna be an ongoing journey.
Yeah,
it's not nothing's gonna like just stick and land. And my goal was to find companies that have like one-stop shops so I can cancel like a lot of subscriptions or I can find people who are very like good at what they do and I can trust them. So that way, like if a client reach out to me and they're like, hey, we really want to work with you, but you're too expensive for us. I'm like, well, I have my agency and I have people who work just as good as me under my agency because I train them. And I would just say, hey, I have this opportunity. Let's do some business together.
Okay.
No, that's
I'm
good.
like,
That's
this
good.
is I just like this girl. Like, honestly, a lot of girls are gonna look up to you. A lot of women are gonna look up to you, honestly, because to do that and to balance at the age that you are right now, and like you're already come so far ahead. It's so inspiring, and I just want to give you your flowers for that.
This makes me wonder, like, how was your journey? Like, what got you into this? How did you get started with this? Like, did any like how did you get this vision? Like, did you sleep and just wake up and like, damn, I'm gonna do this, or like, how did
it all started with rejection for me? Because I used to get rejected a lot, especially like in my college days. I wasn't like big in college or like, oh, I'm gonna go to school and do this and I'm gonna go into that. Like, no, I was like, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. And then I didn't have the best GPA in college, so I wasn't like a straight A student. I wasn't a straight A or B, more like C, D, E, F, G. So I mean,
all the alphabets.
Yeah, I didn't like school. School was not for for me. So I was just like, I know I like to design things. I know I like to do website designs, but what do I actually call this? And so when I was in college, I took an elective called UI UX, and then I was already in school for software engineering. So I'm like, I can't go back and get another degree right now.
Right.
So I went into like a boot camp after I graduated college from my engineering degree, and then that's when I learned more about UX, and I started building my portfolio that way because I never got internships. Nobody wanted to hire me.
Okay.
Yeah, so like my friends are getting interns at Boeing, they getting interns at Lockheed and stuff. I'm like, dang, I ain't got nothing.
Like, what about me?
Yeah, so I started my own, basically doing like websites and doing like mobile app designs, like freelancing at the time.
Okay.
And then I started building my brand up that way, and then that's how I kind of took off.
Yeah, but like, you know, like, but that's the thing, right? Rejections is like the biggest motivation, though.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is.
And also, I've noticed that the non-straight A students, the people that weren't getting straight A's, they're like the most successful people.
That's what my mom said. My mom said the same thing.
Yes.
They're the most successful people.
Yes,
like,
honestly.
crazy.
I don't know what it is. Like, there's something about when you know school wasn't for you, and like people just like didn't, like the education system didn't believe in you, essentially. They always turn their story around.
No, they don't.
It's like book smart and street smart.
No, it is. Because I always knew I wanted to be a designer. I just didn't know what kind. So it was just like, do I want to be fashion design? Do I want to just be a basic web designer? Do I want to do industrial design? Like, I just had to figure out what pathway I wanted to get into. But once I identified my niche, I went hard every year, and I always invested in like my learning and my education for like UX. I'm always going to trainings, workshops. I'm paying people like $2,000 or $1,500 for like training to teach me how they do X, Y, and Z. Because if I see them growing in that space, and I know I want to grow and make more money, I'm gonna pay for the training. So
you pay to play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a shortcut to like the cheat sheet of getting successful in tech. Like, if you got the funds and you know this person is making a killing in the space, why not pay for it?
I think people, the also thing I think is, like, I think people are scared that, okay, am I going to get scammed? Like, because there's also a lot of, like, get-rich-quick courses.
It is. Let's tap into that.
There's a lot of those, too. So I feel like, for me, like, one thing that I know personally for me and, like, other people is, like, they don't know if they're really about to get the value. But, like, you know, you do have to pay to play. But how do you know where do I pay?
Got to do your
research. Like I tell my students, you got to do your research. You got to find videos, YouTube, see where they went to school at. Do they have certain type of, you know, degrees or anything that show that they are successful in what they do? Sometimes, even with me, I used to have this thing where I used to show my bank statements. And I used to be like, hey, these are my numbers. This is how much I made. Do you want to learn? If not, whatever. But if you interested, I'll show you. So it's like, I used to be really big on like, show the statements. Let's see the W-2s. People be like, oh, I made $100K doing X, Y, and Z. But it's like, literally, you know, in tech, you could say you made the $100K, but if you're not showing up those hours and you're not actually putting in like that effort, you're not going to possibly make $100K. You probably made like 70 or 80.
Right.
You know? So it's just like, no, let's see, did you really make these numbers like you said you did? You know?
Because like there was, I don't know if you know, but a couple years back, there was this lady on Twitter. Right. She had like this like trading academy, and she was cutting like 3,000, 2,500 from people. But her Twitter and her social media made it look like see if she was like this big cloud engineer. She does DevOps and stuff like that. What she was really doing was she was copying courses from online and documentation like from like online and you know feeding it to her students. So people were using like their last money to pay for the stuff.
Wow.
So when they figured it out, because most of our students weren't getting jobs. So they were like, what's going on? What's going on? But when they figured it out, that she was just a ServiceNow admin.
No way.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
She scammed
like
big time.
And she had like during that space, she had over like 300 students. So 3K times 300.
Oh no, she banked out.
Yeah, she banked out.
She banked out.
She banked out for sure.
She banked out.
So wait, she was just taking like courses online and maybe rephrase them.
Rephrasing things like that, you know, documentations like that, videos like rephrasing.
Wow.
And she was like bullshitting that she had partnership with AWS, partnership with Microsoft, all bullshit.
Wow.
That is crazy.
No, she sold it. But honestly, today it's easy to sell a scam.
It's easy to sell.
It's so
like,
easy,
it's easy to
but
sell a scam if you want.
I don't have the heart for it. I can't do it. I care about what I do and I care about my image. So it's just like I don't want nobody over here saying, "Oh, well, this was the scam." That's why I make sure I hold all my students accountable in the program. I make sure like, hey, I give out homework. I do updates, check-ins. I'm making sure I'm literally calling on everybody to say, "Hey, I haven't heard from you. You good? Like, what's going on? I ain't seen no contracts come in. You all right?" Because it's like if you don't hold them accountable, you're quick to be the blame. You're quick to be a scam.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, now you invested this time, this money. Either you're going to do the work or you're not. But I do have it as an option. Like, if you want an accountability partner, I would do that. But if not, I will leave you alone and let you just strictly go through self-pays.
Yeah.
So
I've realized that there are a lot of people who feel like, okay, I'll register to the course and that's it. I really don't have to do much. But then just come to class and that should be enough.
Yeah,
that's not enough.
Yeah,
and people complain, I took your course, you trained me, but I still not getting a job. They don't go the extra mile. So when people come to you with that kind of situation, what do you tell them or how do you explain it to them to,
Well, I tell them this is a program of winners and hustlers and movers, okay? So,
say it again.
And then here's the thing.
Like,
my students, some of them, they be pocket watching each other. I had a student that hit like, I think 300, 400K. And they're like, oh, I'm intimidated. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. But it's like, why are you watching their pockets? They put in the work. They put in the time. I tell my students, put in at least about 2 hours a day at minimum, really. Put in 2 hours a day. Take the time. Go through the material. Learn. Focus. And just go through the homework process. Because the homework is literally a step-by-step of how to set up your business plan. But they don't know it. They're just like, these are just homework assignments. But it's going to help you succeed in the consulting space, the tech space. It's going to make sure you're confident when you're doing interviews. Like, I make sure I try to set everybody up for success because I know I didn't have nobody to help me when I first started out.
Right. So
it's like I want to just give back and make sure that people in our community are doing this because I don't know if y'all know this, but in the corp to corp world, that's Indian territory. So my students are like, hey, I don't see no black people in this. It's because we're not really supposed to be over here. but I'm over here teaching
not
y'all.
Not supposed to be over here.
No, for real, because that's their territory. So like a lot of corp to corp contracts go to Indians. You know,
it is because companies like what's it called? That company is very big. I can't remember again, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a really big company, but it's run by like Indians.
And the funny thing is that those Indian people are so smart.
And they work hard.
And they work hard.
They work. They're dedicated.
They work.
Infosys. That's all I'm looking for. Infosys.
I know about them. Yeah.
Infosys.
Okay.
Big cop-to-cop contract people. All Indians, man.
All Indians. Yeah.
And they hire their own too.
And they definitely hire their own. They hire their family members, their sisters, their brothers. They put their nieces and nephews on. They do.
I have so much respect for their culture because if you realize like they even like go to the same cities. Like if you go to like I went to visit my cousin in Jersey in August and like where he stayed, like I was so surprised to find out like it's predominantly Indian. Like his whole apartment was Indian. Like I went out there. I just really respect how they build within themselves and they elevate together. Like it's beautiful.
We need to do the same.
We need to do the same.
And that's what I've been trying to help out with everybody. But people do what they want to do at the end of the day.
Why do you think is?
I think people don't know how they see everybody on Instagram like, hey, I got this in 90 days, 60 days, I got rich fast. Yes. But when they see you got to put that work in for real and you got to set like time aside to do it, it's too much for them. They get overwhelmed. It's too much information. It's hard to take it in. They're like, one minute I want to do cybersecurity, one minute I want to do UX, I want to be a business analyst. Which one? Pick one.
And just
can't do all three right now.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm looking at this person do this, I'm looking at that person getting this.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is right now with our community, everybody want to get into the cyberspace right now because they feel like it's so easy
to get in.
So most of my clients are like people who are wanting to be in cybersecurity. Then they're like, I don't know if I could do it because I don't want to start at help desk or something like that.
But
it's like you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. So
because on Instagram you don't see the work though. You don't see
and they don't show the work. They show the lifestyle.
They do. Nobody. I'm not gonna show me. Studying 12 hours a day on Instagram. I'm not gonna show.
That's why I try to make sure on my content I kind of show the work.
They don't see me studying after working my office.
For real.
You're not gonna show that. So it's like.
Yeah, and some stuff you can't show due to NDA reasons, but if you can show it, just show a little bit of the progress on like what it's like.
Exactly. And how it is. Yeah, because I think like we need to see that because most of the time, like when you're on TikTok and you're on like especially TikTok, like that's like big for the course sellers. Like I got rich in 90 days. Follow me. Like they'll come on there and they'll just like show you like the screenshot of like their sales, like the bar graphs, and then like they'll kind of yell at you and make you feel like you're not doing enough with your life and you should be where I am, but they don't really like give you insight like on like what they're actually doing. Like that's what I was asking, like how do you know if someone's like really putting in work, if they're lying to you? Like that's the big thing. But
sometimes you won't know directly unless you have the conversation with them and you kind of understand like their thought process or how they handle like critical thinking. That's most times how you'll know, but some people don't know the right questions to ask. So I did set up and like I have an ebook in my class where I literally sent out a guideline of questions to ask people to see if they're like kind of legit in what they specialize in.
Right. And
so they know.
Is all that automated too?
Yeah, it's in the program.
Oof.
Yeah. So like my students would be like, oh my God, like I talked to this one person and they was like, well, how do you know to ask me these type of questions? Wow. Like who told you this? How you know this? And I'm just like, no, I'm putting y'all on.
Entrepreneurship Academy.
They're not gonna play with my babies.
No, I love that.
So when it comes to like, because you mentioned tech contracting, right?
Yeah.
Because me, I'm all about the money. I'm trying to
That's
give me
it.
the contract, let me get the money.
That's it.
So if I come to you, I'm like, okay, I want to start my own, tech, contracting business.
Yeah.
What are things I need to consider?
Some of the things you need to consider is, okay, first, do you want to start off as a solo entrepreneur or you want to start off with a team? Okay. Because if you kind of have, because you got to think about it, if you already got a 9 to 5, that's already your first investor. Right. That's already funding the self-employed business. So, okay, most people are like, I want to do it by myself first. All right, cool. You need to pick your industry. You need to pick your target market. Do you want to do business to business, business to consumer, or business to employee? What industry are you specializing in? FinTech, GovTech, or what? Because once you identify that, we can kind of narrow down what type of clients we need to look for you for. Okay. All right. So then after that, we like to set up the business structure, do like your LLCs, EIN, all that. Y'all, EINs are free. I'm so tired of people keep telling me that they paying for EINs when they're free. They're free. So have your business structure set up after that. And then what we do is I do a whole process of like how to grow your industry or grow your space and like grow your brand visually so that way clients can start coming in. And then too, I'll share my recruiter network as well. Like, okay, cool, you need some connects, I'll connect you. So a lot of people I work with are Indian recruiters.
Oh, wow.
And they be plugging me in because they care. The ones I deal with care. I don't know about everybody else. The one I deal with care. And so they'll plug me in with like the right clients. Like, hey, we got Walmart, we got Starbucks, we got this, we got that. What you want to do?
Nice.
Yeah. And
nice.
I mean, it's not hard. I think the only thing is it's just hard getting started. Right. Once you get started, it's kind of easy.
Okay, you get the flow.
Yeah, you get the flow.
When you get started, do you do like, I mean, of course, you don't want to, but is it important to do like a couple free work? Just to get that,
Yeah, I always tell people to build out a case study. So build out at least like fake, 2 to 3 case studies. Okay. Yeah, and like different industries. So that way people can kind of see what you're kind of working on. Because just think about it. A lot of these companies are not going to let you actually showcase your work because due to like non-competes or like anything in NDA. Yeah. So they will tell you make a playground. Like you can create a playground about the strategy, but not actually use the client name. Yeah. So you can do that option too as well. But I say at least 3 in like the current space. Anything dealing with AI, anything dealing with banking, dashboards, reports, or anything dealing with like government related stuff.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. So
okay.
their own scenario.
Yep. Different scenarios.
Okay. I want to switch gears just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So like being a woman that's so successful, like how is like dating and finding a partner for you? Like
I don't like it's ghetto out here.
Really?
Yeah, it's very ghetto. Certain things I try not even do because I know it's gonna intimidate a person. Like right now I'm trying to hold off on like buying a crib. Cause like guys, when they find you buy a crib, what?
No way.
No, where I live in Dallas, they don't like that.
Okay.
Are you serious?
No, they don't like that.
Okay, what about that do they not like?
They feel like you got too much going on, you got too much motion, you too much on your shit.
Too up.
Yeah, like you too up.
But I feel like it's just guys that are a little bit insecure though.
I feel like a lot of guys are insecure.
I love that.
I feel like a lot of guys are insecure.
I love a woman who got motion.
Yeah, she got her own thing.
They say that until they actually see how much motion she have. Because every man I know is like, I love that you bossed up and da-da-da. But then when they see how busy I am or I work a lot or I'm traveling to go to different tech conferences, they're like, dang, when you coming back? Or dang, that's like,
Is it more like say they want the time or what is it?
I think they realize like, well, if she got this much stuff going on and I'm not that busy, then what can I do with my time?
That's the thing. That's why.
Yeah.
Because the thing about me is that, like,
can be.
But like, no, like, the thing about me is that, like, when it comes to that, right?
Yeah.
Like in my life right now, I'm on a fast moving train, right?
Right.
Someone that's gonna come into my life has to be on that same train.
And that's how I feel.
So we can motivate each other.
That's it.
If my woman has so much going on, she got emotion, it's more motivation to me to match the energy.
Yeah.
And what is that going to end up doing? It's going to end up with us building, an empire together.
Right.
And that's great.
And what's so crazy about it, the way I have set up my lifestyle and my business, I literally set it up. I was telling the last guy I dated, I'm like, if I want to kind of quit right now today and start working, I could really kind of do that because I set up my business to where I want to have kids in the future. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So my business already automated and delegated.
Right.
All I have to do is just be on calls here and there and check on like the money. But it's like, do you want me to quit or do you don't want me to quit? Now I'm one of those, so I'm not a 50-50 woman. So I like everything covered. I like my man to be financially stable, make sure all the household needs is together. Because I'm gonna do my part at the end of the day when it comes to like my marriage, make sure the kids are straight, everything. But it's like, are you gonna do your part? And I think the thing is, some people try to test certain women to see what they're gonna go for. But when they realize my program real strict, it's strict over here. It's strict. So they like, dang, she got a lot of rules. But it's like I have a structure that already works for me, and I'm willing to have you in my space. And I'm willing to make a compromise or an adjustment. Here, but it's like, are you gonna meet me in the middle?
Yeah.
So
I like her program is straight.
Yeah, real strict. I don't play no game.
No, I love that. Cause you gotta have some guardrails. Like you have to have a standard.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Okay. I don't want to go too red pill. Like
too red pill.
Like I don't know if y'all mind like me keep going on this topic. Just like one more question, but like you brought up an interesting piece about like 50-50. But like I feel like what I hear from some guys are like, if you're making all this money, why can't you also like put in and like why do I have to pay for all this? Like that's stuff I hear from guys nowadays. Like when they're dating a successful woman, they kind of expect her to also pay up too.
But we do though.
You said what?
We do. We pay up. We pay up with like certain things that need to be done in the house. We pay up with like the cleaning. We pay up with like the care for the kids. We pay up for say for example you want to go on a vacation. We can use my money for the vacation. Like I don't mind.
Yeah, but there's certain things that it's like a man should handle.
I agree.
Yeah,
but some people too don't want to even pay for that vacation. They don't want to pay for that small stuff.
Yeah.
They just want you to go for everything.
Now some just selfish. That's just selfish.
It's like
you gotta give.
You gotta give.
Those are users.
You can take care of the mortgage, everything in the house, people with the loan and everything, but then they still want you to take care of vacation.
You gotta give.
To her point, like you do gotta.
Those are users though.
Those are users, exactly. But you don't know the difference. The more you keep talking to a certain woman, you ask her certain questions. If she's like stunned or feel offended by certain questions, then that should give you your answer right there. Because women who really like don't mind stuff like that, we don't get offended when like, oh, well, can you do this? Can you take care of that? And sometimes a woman really know how to just read her man so good. I have a good sense of where I can read it and you ain't got to ask me. I'm just do it. Cause my love language is acts of service.
Yeah.
So it's like my friends like to call me a trick, but I don't like to call no trick. But but I don't mind like doing what I need to do for my partner.
Cause it's beautiful. It's like you know? it's from the heart.
It's from the heart.
Show love.
I feel like for guys, somebody like me, if I feel like you're gonna do it for me, then you can have everything you want. I just need to feel like
I have to
you
feel
do
like
the same thing. You do the same thing for me. That's all I need.
A lot of guys say that.
Yeah, but if I feel like you're using me, then I don't want to do anything.
It's like
I can tell a user from a mile away, man.
No, exactly.
These days I can tell a mile away. Oh no.
I think it's so funny because I was just talking about some of this stuff with my friends out there, like how tech people don't really date tech people. How we always date the opposite. So like us women in tech, we like finance guys, or like we like people who like do finance or like law or something like that. Right. And then like the guys in tech, like they like the influencer chicks. Yeah, they like the girls who like in nursing or healthcare. I'm like, that's so funny to me, like how that works out.
They do.
Like we don't date each other in tech.
We don't, because it kind of gets like, it's too techie at this point.
It's too techie.
Too techie.
Imagine that kid.
Super smart.
A super technical kid. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're almost getting to the end here of this episode. And I did like usually towards the end of the episode, we give the guests a chance to like ask us questions about like hacker proof, what we're doing. Or before we get there, actually, I want to ask about what you have for your vision in the next few years. I mean, you're already doing so great and where you're doing now. Like, how much further do you see this going for yourself?
I want to retire in like by the next 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, I want to retire in the next 5 years. So I want it to where my academy grows so big that if like I don't have to do much. It's hitting like the millions where I needed to do because I feel like it has a lot of potential and I have a unique crowd. I have a unique audience. Yeah. And what I'm selling is very unique. Like how many people y'all see out here doing C2C and fractional consulting courses? Exactly. So with my future, I do see it growing and of course it's a baby right now. I do though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to step into like my housewife era.
Good.
I am.
That's it.
So I'm ready to sit down from tech.
Yeah. No, I respect that. I respect that. And you know, I didn't want to ask this earlier. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, I was gonna delve. I was gonna like track back a little bit. Into your experience as being a UX engineer, right?
Yeah.
How big is the demand for that these days?
It's huge, but right now they're only taking seniors, like UXers. Entry level is hard to get into right now. Like if you're not currently a senior, you're screwed. Wow. So
seriously,
no, yes, I've been telling entry level people like you're gonna have to start freelancing first, or try to do like a temp contract for like 3 to 6 months. But as for long term, it's not really happening, or FTE.
What's the reason for that?
Huh?
What's the reason for that?
I think because they're scared to try on new things when it comes to the UX market, because they want to stick with something that's comfortable and people already know, and they don't want to hold nobody's hand or teach them how to do nothing. So like anytime I go
fast.
Anytime I go into a contract, it's like, hey, just tell me what the issues are and how I can fix it in the next 30 days, and then I come in, I hit the ground running. I don't talk to nobody. Like I ask questions for the users, but I already know what needs to be done for the company.
Yeah.
So they want me. They want an expert. They don't want nobody. They got to come teach them how to do X, Y, and Z, and then go back and look at the work, because everything right now is on fire. Everything is a fire in tech.
Yeah,
it's always short deadlines.
I'm telling you, even in my company right now, they it's like break first, fix later. Like,
exactly.
like let's just move. Yeah. Let's just move. Like they want to get the best product in front of their customers. They want to get because it's a competitive world out here, even for businesses. Like you have to have the best software. Your software has to be the most intuitive, AI, whatever it is. And so they do want to break fast and move fast. And so if they have to train you, I could see why. But I mean, I think why would they look down on an entry level person though? Like, is there a way that they can?
Because entry level don't know how to interview for one. They're not interview. So if you don't know how to interview or sell yourself and you don't have experience at all, because it's how I was in the beginning. I didn't have any experience. I'm like, damn, I suck at interviewing. But the more I gained experience, the more I got better with it. So entry level, like with them, I always tell them, hey, start off with like mini projects, build your confidence, find a coach to teach you interview prep, because you're gonna need it. If you don't, if you're not good at interviewing, you're barely gonna get a job.
Interviewing is the key.
It's the key
to landing. It's really
and being likable.
Yes,
you gotta be likable. So it's like people gonna want to talk to you. They want to communicate with you. Cause most of my tech interviews has always been, hey, okay, so we're really just here to kill time. We already know we want to hire you. Oh, nice. But we just gotta go through the protocol.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
No, it's literally like all my interviews been like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the money like for a UX engineer these days though?
You can get to like about so I'm like in the 2s, but you can do like about 120 or 30 in like a middle, and then if you're more senior, you can get to like 180, 200, or you can go up to 300. Depends if you like principal and staff.
You're paying like that?
I'm a principal, and they got me in the 2s. And then for staff and like higher and managing director, you can go to like the 2s and the 3s, depending on what company it is.
Yeah. Does it have to be a big tech, or can it be any?
I'll say for UX,
big,
UX is huge. Like, don't sleep on UX; it's huge. But I would say for like fintech, fintech is the biggest. They pay the most, and I'm in fintech, and government pay okay. They don't pay that great. Like you'll probably do like 150, 160 in government. But it just depends too. Like if you do fractional, you get paid way more. You can get to like 400, 500.
Wow. You know, you keep saying fractional, and I'm sorry. Like, can you break it down?
So fractional consulting is where you are a part-time consultant, but you're pretty much getting paid like a full-time FTE. And you're basically your own boss, and you work with the client on your terms. Good. So no clocking in for 40 hours. You could do 40 hours a month. You could do 80 hours a month if you want to, but you don't have to work for them for 40 hours a week. So you can literally get on, be an advisor, or you could be an executor where you do the labor, or you just want to get paid to yap, you can be an advisor. I like to get paid at yap, so I do advisory work.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you pick your lane.
Yeah, I pick my lane.
And that's why it's fractional, because you're not on their time. Like
not all the time. You probably talk to them like 2 hours out the week.
Oh, nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You gotta get. I think that's a level you gotta get to. Yeah,
you gotta be senior. They don't take rookies for fractional. Yeah, you have to be, I think, 3 to 5 years plus, but they really prefer like 5 to 6 years plus.
Yeah. You've really invested into yourself, honestly, and like for someone watching today that's like in college, a young girl or a young girl or guy, and they want to. Anybody in life, it doesn't have to be college person. Like, what is a nugget you would give to them if they want to be in your position in the next, however many? Like, what do they need to do to be where you are?
Don't be afraid to ask questions and always stay curious. Okay. And always look at your competitors in the market and see what's going on and how you can stand out and grow your skills within the next 2 years. Because I always try to stay ahead of the curve of what's going on, especially when it comes with AI. I always try to see how can I better or improve my work, with using AI. Yeah. Instead of like working against AI. Yeah. So
there we go.
I would say I always constantly keep researching stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll maybe take a course as well too.
Oh, yeah. Or you can always take the course too. And I'll just teach you all my skills there. Like literally. Yeah. I teach all my students my skills from the course. So we meet like every week. And I teach everything.
Nice. Okay. There you have it. If you want to partner with her. We'll leave her information in the bio. Follow her on Instagram. She's on Subtext. I found out today. She's on all platforms. I'm on Substack. She's on all platforms. So we'll put her information down in the bio, and please connect with her. Like, I'm so happy you're here today.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have examples like you, and people can see that it is possible, honestly. And so thank you for coming in. If you guys don't have any questions,
that's it,
I think we're
for coming on.
Honestly, thank you. This was a really great episode.
Yes, it was.
It is. So thank you, family, and catch you on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Peace
Bye,
out.
guys.
Bye.